Pepper machine.
It works.
Is there anything in there I can get?
Yes. We're live on right now. And there's dimes on top if you need it. I can't see what I'm aiming at, so you're going to have to tell me, but we're now on. I'm going to throw a few to get started.
I guess I will.
Yeah, there's dimes in a plastic cup on the top. Camera fell out.
That's a good one for the live stream.
Yep. Small technical difficulties, but you still got a video feed?
Yes. Did you strike, James? Yes.
Did you really finally? All right, is the shot still good on that camera?
Yes.
Okay. Back on. Remove that one. You think so?
Yeah, looks like it's moving.
It just does that when it comes up. Go ahead. Yeah, 3 row 5. Alright, so if anybody wants to know, this came from Silver Creek Lane, Silver Creek, Indiana, 1983 is when I got it. Oh yeah! Alright. My camera ain't gonna work from there. I guess if I put the PVC together with glue it might, but it keeps slipping apart. Alright. It should hold together for a little while.
I have no input on number 4.
No input? Oh, I see. The cable fell out. Back on. Tell me yes. Well, power's off then. We'll go with the other 3. Oh, yeah. I got a pen, dude. Alright. Your registers don't run very well.
Well, they're probably a little dirty.
Yeah, I think it's caught with turn fan. Yeah, one of them dropped head first. There we go. You're clear. some belt dressing to put on that. Getting any spare requests?
Mine, retail 40 cents a time.
I'll go back and reset up. All but the 578 or 589. Yeah.
I'll put the 589.
Yeah.
Mikey! Oh, I think I set the 5 in there. My fault.
Alright, maybe last week almost. Four what? 410? Next shot.
I'll take another Lily when we set that up.
What's that?
I'll take another Lily.
Okay. I got one in there now, but I'll do it after that. You get the 6-7 done, or 410. No? Do it again.
Good mate. Good mate.
Completely random. You hit anything?
No.
Well, the last time you saw that standing. What is it? 4-7? Got it. TMU. Sound like a spare. Yeah. One, 5, 7. What do you want to shoot, Mike? I'll try it. I'll try it 7, 10. Try that? Oh,
I'll shoot this.
I thought maybe you had something you wanted to shoot specifically.
Oh no, 7, 10 would be good. I'll try
7,
that.
10?
I'm gonna shoot this. Okay. I want you to drop it.
Anything else? Anything else? What? Seven tens? Yeah. Okay.
I want to try to use that delivery.
I think the last one after that.
Yeah, it's right here. I'll get it on.
Here's a good one coming up. It could happen.
Yeah, but yeah, leave it on first and see what
One, 3, 7, 3, 7.
3, 7, 9, and 10.
I saw that.
Mine is 4, 6, 10.
1, 2, 4, 6, 10.
Correct. Whatever you had before, it was like the 1.
This is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Everything up
I'll leave it on first ball, too. You can leave something fun. Say it again.
Everything but 1 to 5.
Okay. another dime in. If it doesn't pull out.
Oh, you got it.
Okay. Can be a little finicky sometimes. This one.
7.
Huh?
1 and 7.
1 and 7. Someone needs a new curve,
Am I shooting 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Where's the amp to bounce around?
Want me to see? You're on the other side if you want to.
Where do you want to put the knife?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You want to put the dial tops in?
C.
Oh, yeah. You want to. Set that over here and stack them up with it. Set it right there. Keep rolling.
Oh, all right.
Really grab this. got something. Sorry, camera. There we go.
go if you want. No, I just want to make sure I don't want to be the one that's snapped.
I'll be hitting my new rake arm.
That's not the magnetic clutch.
Two, three, five, eight, nine.
Well, you can shoot this first. And I have this ready to go.
7, 7.
2, 3, 5, 8, 9.
Yep.
That doesn't work. You hit them both? No, I
Barely hit one.
2, 3, 5, 8.
Hey Josh, how does it feel to work on a real machine?
Whoa! I mean, I don't have to bring a multimeter with me. I know I'm missing a bit.
I wish this cord was longer. I could get on the other side and get some better shots.
Almost got it.
Full rack picture. Full rack. Here, I got it. Okay. Two, four, 8, 10. Where's all my pins? Alright, ready? Reset it? Oh yeah. Now this. Hang on 1 sec. I messed with the 5-pin dropping it in. Yeah. You gotta record my post. There we go. I don't even know what it is. I just know it's friendly.
Everything but 1710. Almost 9 pin. Almost 9 pin. I'll keep it front to it.
Say it again.
2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10.
And 2, 4, 5, 8, 10.
Watch out for that camera now.
I know, I thought I hit it.
Fell once.
Twice,
Twice.
at least.
Yeah. I was breaking cameras when I struck.
All the fire. Got it. How about 2, 4, 8, 10? 2, 4, 9, 10. I'm sorry. 2, 4, 9, 10. Well, here, I'll do this. I already got it in. Go, Logan.
2, 4, 9, 10.
Yeah. Nothing from the peanut gallery? Looks like we're good. What? 4, 5, 6. They call it the Greek Church still?
Yeah.
Okay.
One, two, seven, nine, 10.
Try it again. Come on.
I'm not 3 and 7. 3 and 7. First. Give me a Greek church.
Right, 8 or the 9.
Right. I'll bring 8 piles of water. About a 225 football.
Try it again.
Yeah. Ah! 1, 2, 7, 10. I don't care.
You're not throwing the ball.
Oh, okay.
Now you left a good one.
Trying to hold the blanket.
That just be a little easier for you.
Yep.
Where's the 6 when you need it? Oh, I can spare this. Good luck get on first call for you. All went together. Oh my God. Which way should I go? Go to the Come on. That was on second ball.
The item that I helped create
I think we need one of these in our house. Well, it's pretty plentiful right now, so.
Yeah.
Oh, reset. Reset. Yeah. If I give me a house with a still have one left on, I don't think I want it. The building's gonna be expensive. It's got to be 80 feet long. I wouldn't have one unless it was. Being from the 70s, they're not too bad. Being from the 70s, they're not too bad.
That's all that I got.
Blow maxes. Hey, throw a set of the blow maxes in there. Blow maxes. Want me to reset it?
Yeah, sure.
You go ahead.
Reset it?
Yeah, I'm in the zone. Yeah, it's in the camping slot.
This should be nothing.
Yeah.
Battery died on the camera, so I'm trying to get it going.
There aren't any more maps. You only have 9, 15. Okay. Say 5 more.
Do you have anything left?
Yeah.
Four, five, six, seven. Adding something to it.
Here's a 5/7 cent.
Okay. You both?
Yeah.
Traffic jam, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Not about speed this time.
Shoot us to 7.
I am.
Don't let us.
Hey, you gotta watch how you hit the angle on the blade.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Talk for a bit. Yes. All right, who's got the first question?
They can't hear you from back here.
I know. Come down here. Can you see me on the camera, or do I need to raise it?
Raise it.
How about that?
There you go.
All right, who wants to know what? I know what I can't get. Well, somebody's formulating a question.
What do you think would happen if you were to replace the Brunswick masking unit with one of those A&M?
It would take a lot of work. I could do it. I thought about doing that. You have to wire up the on-off switch and the pin finders with it. All right, James, a story on the Amfly registers.
A buddy of mine owned 2 bowling centers.
Microphone's right here.
A buddy of mine from Dallas years ago bought 2 bowling centers in Indiana.
You still have to speak loudly.
One in India. I can't talk loud.
Still hear you.
One in Indiana, or actually they were both in Indiana. One was in Jeffersonville, Indiana. The other one was in Sellersburg, Indiana. And he got new pins, so he threw them all in his storage building. And when I visited him back in, I think, 83, 84, 85, somewhere around there, I came back with about 10 cases of registers.
So these are like 40 years old that you've had them.
Yeah, I've had them since the 80s, so I've got, I think I got 4 cases left.
What were the names of the bowling alleys in Indiana?
Youngstown Lanes in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and Silver Creek in Sellersburg, Indiana.
Are either house still open?
No, they're both gone.
What happened to the wheel you broke off?
The wheel I broke, the magnetic clutch.
I guess.
There's a video for that. If you look Sunday or Monday, I posted a video. I took everything apart, fixed it. Turned out it was just some chunk of metal that got in the clutch facings and bound up everything.
Mark had asked what happened to the garage bowling alley. I kind of answered him, but you want to answer more?
As far as
The
what?
shield that you took off.
Oh, the deck shield. I was going to switch deck shields, and then somebody else had requested me to do a video bowling without a deck shield. So I figured while it's off, we would do a video today with no deck shield. But I'm going to put a different Brunswick automatic deck shield on that's covered in nicotine and looks a little bit more realistic and old. But I haven't got it done yet.
And I got one I can bring up and use too.
I want to see it. I heard it's a Jupiter Lanes vintage deck shield, right?
Yeah, from
How
Bill
about-
Kinder days.
How about the Nile Tufts, James?
What do you want to know?
Where did these come from? And do you know any story on them?
The only thing I know about them is they came from the old American Legion Bowling Center in LaGrange, Texas, and I attained those probably about the same time, probably early 80s, mid 80s, somewhere around there.
And here they are getting used again.
Yeah, I had several cases of those, but I think I got like 3 cases left, 3 or 4 cases left.
What's the PVC pipe for on the deck?
That was, if you watched back on the video, it was a camera mounted on the deck, and it came loose a couple times. And then the camera got turned off into a different mode, and it's a pain in the ass to get back to video mode. So not to stop production today, we just turned it off and quit using it. But there is a camera mounted that you'll see in the early part of the video today.
How do you spot the 5-pin?
Lock up the pin gate, clear out the deck, sweep it back, hit the 180 linkage. Once you got it in there, you can either drop the 5-pin in the 5-pin bucket or the 5-pin gate if it won't index everything, or you got to bring it out at 180 and try to throw it in the machine as it's on its way down.
How come the light that lights up the area behind the crown does not come on?
I need a new transformer on that. I put a new transformer on it, wired it up, and it didn't work. So I've got about 3 or 4 more transformers. I just need to change it out and plug it in. But it does have everything there. I just need to put another transformer in it. And we do have an AMF 8270 mechanic here chomping at the bit to talk about AMF pin setters if anybody has any questions too.
Have you ever thought about getting automatic scoring?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I have Magic Score sitting over here, but I hadn't figured out how to make it work yet. So otherwise, I think I'm going to have to find something else that'll work off a 44-144 switch and hook that up. But yes, but other than that, I have the telescores that work with the projection. It just needs a little brighter bulb in there. It's not
How about some
really,
AS80?
yeah.
What brand of pins is the red and blue stripe?
The red, it is a black and red. It is a Nile Tough Supreme. There's a little better shot of the label. Made by the Vulcan Corporation. I think they had the Ripley Duramark, the Duramark, and the Nile Toughs, right, James? Mike?
Yeah, they had before the Nile Tough, there was the Voltex.
Oh, yes, sir. You got the Voltex.
Yeah, it looked just like the Nile Tough, except the label was black.
Then you
I
got,
got a case of those.
then you got the one with the big B on it, the newer Voltex 2s, right?
But we won't bowl them.
Why don't you just use Brunswick pins?
Everybody has different tastes, and I've had requests from for other things, and then just a chance to bowl on Amfly registers was kind of a rare opportunity, so we bowled on those today, and the colored pins seem to be popular.
Since the early mid-70s.
What's that?
It's been rare since
Yeah.
the early mid-70s.
Yeah, they're rare even back then. I don't think they were that prominent, were they? The Amfly registered?
I've never bowled on them.
Don Carter East had them for
Yeah,
a year.
I got a
the
couple.
season.
Which I think I had 1 or 2 is I think probably one of the first pins I ever traded you.
Yeah, I
that
have it
got from
still.
Don, that I got from Don Carter East out of the dumpster.
I don't think they were popular because they were baseless.
That's true.
Have you ever made the 410?
Yes. I have made the 410 split before.
What style chassis does the AMF mechanic work on?
Aha, we have a question for the AMF mechanic.
MP
You'll have to,
chassis.
you'll have to go
Come
with
over
their
here.
engine.
Just tell them how we-
What is it?
MP chassis.
MP Chassis, he says. He works at Allen Bowl up in Allen, Texas. Or is it JR's? JB's. Oh, God. Cue the hate mail.
Why is the Y switch loud whenever a ball passes it?
It's kind of rigged up because it's not really all there. Because if I had the full Y switch, the track would stick out on the other side and you wouldn't be able to walk by it. So I kind of had to rig up kind of a bumper system with the spring on it. So whenever the Y switch does go over, it kind of makes a loud noise when it goes over one way. Then the spring that pulls it back, it'll put a tight spring on it to kind of help slow the ball down so it wouldn't overshoot the track.
Imagine your bowling alley went from A2 to strings. Would you go back to that bowling alley?
No. Screw the string machines.
And for Josh, 8230s are better.
30-30s! They are not.
30. Where does somebody have 30 still? I know they're around everywhere still, but does anybody around here have 30 still?
Still around here.
Oh, I think Glenn had them up in Ardmore, but he closed up
For now, I heard.
for now. Yeah. There's
Amarillo?
some still up in New York State.
Well, Eastridge and Amarillo had them up until about 6 months ago.
There's a town, I don't remember where, they're a mall. I can't remember where though.
Denver City.
No, it was Richard Treasure.
My
Tony,
hands.
no, Tony talks about it. Just somewhere.
There's
Because they were
a couple old.
There's still 30s in Texas.
Yeah.
But
Are
they're
there?
pretty remote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
West Texas.
Yeah.
I did a couple of videos I posted about 6 months ago up in Amarillo before they pulled them out, where I stood in front of the machine. So it's kind of neat to actually watch. It's surprisingly how kind of flimsy they seem, but I don't know.
Have you heard of Mendez machines?
I have heard of Mendez machines, but y'all may know more about it than I do.
Yeah, they use magnets on the top of the pins.
Magnets?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
So that you can't throw normal pins in a Mendez
No,
machine?
they gotta have. Well, you can use amplifiers, but they came with
Yeah.
magnets.
Oh,
I think
wow.
they were glued in or something.
I never heard of
They
that.
cut a little spot out in the top, and the magnet fits in there. And the machine, it's basically flat on the bottom, and it picks them up. It's really.
Oh,
never,
weird.
never had
You can look it up on
Huh.
YouTube.
I'll have to look at that. Anybody have any other bowling oddities they want to share with everybody else? Or
Have you seen Treasure Chest videos of his pin setters?
yes, I have. We've talked a little bit. He's got, I think, 2. If I remember right, he's in Houston. Or I think it came out of Houston that he got him from a closed center. But yes.
Jonathan says his 8270 center closed. Before had AMF strings.
And then they closed.
Uh,
That's why they closed. They put in string machines.
have you ever heard of duck pin bowling?
Yes. Has anybody here duck pin bowled?
Yes.
James's duck pin bowl. Where'd you bowl?
I duck pinned at the old St. Louis Hall of Fame Museum in St. Louis.
Oh, that's right. I did that once. I threw 1 ball.
And I have duck pinned at Action Bowl in Indianapolis. And I have duck pin bowled at the new Andretti's place in the Colony. They've got 8 lanes of duck pin now.
In the colony?
Yes.
Yeah, they're on strings.
They're strings, which that's about all you're going to get on duck pin now anyway.
Really?
Is string machines.
A lot of the centers up around Baltimore, where they played that pin pretty prevalently, still have the, old. I think they're Sherman
Oh, yeah.
pin setters. Yeah, for duck pin. But I have some duck pins in my collection. I think you do too, though.
I have.
Yeah, I've got a few.
Stand on the lane. Don't stand up there.
I didn't want to slip and fall and have to sue you.
It's not.
I don't tend to really support it underneath the
So
TV.
the left side's dry, so.
It's like it hangs out over that. I need to go back and support it a little better.
I'm just used to standing on them.
Any
Oh,
more
yeah.
questions?
Anybody have any other questions? Any good bowling news stories? Places that have reopened?
Have you heard of a YouTube channel, Bowler Forever?
I'm not sure that I have.
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah, he's got a lot of cable pin and duck pin videos
Okay.
Yeah.
years back.
I'll have to look.
Where did you get the AMF suite on the wall?
That came from, what was that again?
Okmulgee, Oklahoma. Robert and I were doing a drive through Oklahoma, going to old bowling centers, and we came back through Tulsa, and halfway from Tulsa to the border of Oklahoma is Okmulgee, and Beeline Bowl was the name of the place, and they were replacing their 30 sweeps with the newer AMF sweeps, and a bunch of those were sitting out behind the building, so
If I remember,
Robert hooked himself to one.
didn't they have the big AMF robot out front
Yes,
still?
they still did on the sign.
Man.
There's somewhere online, if you look up Beeline Bowl, you can still find pictures of the sign.
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
I still got pictures of that bowling alley when I drove by back in the 80s when I went to St. Louis.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, because
I've
they
been
had a
in-
bowl
I've
where you
been
see
in
the
that center.
AMF Magic Triangle, too.
That's cool.
Yeah. Didn't they have their sign that was like that?
Yeah, Shawnee Bowl in Shawnee, Oklahoma had a sign similar that said bowl the same way. But yeah, it was.
I was also wondering if you were able to measure the voltage yet for the pin
Oh,
fiber
damn
lights
it.
and how they're wired.
I have not done that. I'll do that today as soon as we wrap up here. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. He's
What do
working on a board that'll actually, I can wire up and run the AMF Magic Triangle off of this on that at the same time, evidently. I need to measure the voltage on my lighting, though.
What do you think of the XLI Edge?
That's an 80 AMF machine.
8290s.
8290s.
Anything
Lot-
AMF is
A lot
trash.
of cheaply made metal.
Cheaply made metal,
And the
plastic.
chain driven pin elevator is.
Ooh.
Not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I'll take a 70 any day.
Yeah.
I'll take a 30 over.
I like the way the 70s
You
run.
obviously
They're
don't
very
work on them,
simple.
so.
The 70s are simple, and they got the big opening for each pen, so you have a wider range, so you really can't out of range. The only thing I don't like about that is if you have a pen like wobbling and it picks it up, it's going to go up and be able to dangle, and then could be put back down, you know.
and fall over.
Yeah, the 8290 tables are steel. They're really heavy and they bend.
I saw somebody had a thing on one of the Brunswick machines. It was this piece on the back, and somebody said, "What the hell is it?" And they said it was a deck straightener, I think, because they said the decks would warp. And it was something that somebody made that would that you, I guess, clamp on the back and tighten. It was like a bar, I think, that went from the center. You tightened it to straighten the deck out when they would get
Well,
warped.
I know Bolorama out in Big Spring, they have the little things on them that come out from the 710 to give you a wider range of outer range.
Oh, like a formal.
That was actually
Yeah,
that was for scoring.
That was discrete scoring or whatever.
Yeah, they didn't have cameras, so the pin setter had to come down for the second ball like a GSX does.
Yeah.
So if you look at some of Forum's early Quaker
Got
States,
some old
like
videos.
you'll see that it's got the wings on them. Golden Triangle had them
I
too.
got a couple of videos I downloaded on there that
Bolorama in Big Spring's got 32 of them.
And there's a video of the Brunswick Memorial Open from 1971 where they first introduced their automatic score, and those machines have those wings on them.
That's with the ones with the little.
Yeah, they
you have
identify.
have to adjust your thing. That was the reason why the Astroline ball returns had that higher center. It's because that's where your switches work.
Oh yeah, I remember that. They had that little console. All right, what else?
Have you thought of using Score more?
Score more. What is that?
Bowling pin?
Oh, no,
Bowling pin?
that's there's a guy on Boltec. He kind of made his own little homebrew scoring system.
Oh, you know, I think I talked to him early on, and I hadn't followed through with it.
Because all those mini lane guys, they use it, I think.
Yeah.
Something score more.
You can stay up there, Josh. What's the difference between 70s and 90s?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mm.
There's a lot of similarities, but mostly depends on if you're talking early 8290s. The early 8290s versus a 70, really it's the electronics. The machine itself is pretty much identical except the pinwheel, and it uses one chassis per pair.
That's right.
And then when you get into the 8290 XLIs, there's some slight differences with the front end. Motors and chassis are different, obviously. And then you get to the Edge, which is a completely different pin elevator. But they all have their similarities. But again, I'll take a 70 any day.
Like Brunswick A over an A2 or something.
Yeah, just all
something
subtle changes over the years.
Yeah.
The
Modernization.
of course the A2 and Jetpack. I mean, yeah, there were subtle changes: speed, ball, return system, triggering system, but they were still the same.
And you look at the quality of the parts on the original ones like this compared to the later ones and see that they cheaped out on stuff.
Yeah.
Ask
Brother.
if there's any other questions.
Are there any other questions anybody has? Or anything anybody wants to share with us or talk about bowling wise?
I think this was Josh Bowling, but at the beginning of the stream, nice 157s there.
I think that was you. 157.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
Josh
did pick
Bowling.
that up.
Also, the tables are different on the 70s and 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 70s used, 70s and early 90s are cast aluminum, and then later 90s XLIs, edges, they're steel tables, completely different design.
Which is better, you think?
cast
or-
aluminum.
Cast aluminum?
Yeah, because like I was saying earlier, the 90s, I've never worked on them, but I know people that have, and the tables are super heavy, so they have to use 4 counterbalance springs instead of 2.
Oh, wow.
And over time, I guess the steel tables warp. You got to change them out.
Brunswick has a new. I don't know if it's out, but it was a new prototype machine.
The GSX NXT.
Yeah, and it looks like it has a table similar to the 8290, and the sweep is I call it a sweep because it looks like an AMF sweep. It doesn't look like a
Yeah,
Brunswick,
they took a lot of things from the 90s and 70s.
but it still has the pin elevator like the GSX machine.
Yeah.
Not like this, but anyway.
What's your favorite snack at the bowling alley?
Favorite snack at the bowling alley? I don't really eat at the bowling alley, but Josh, what's your favorite snack at the bowling alley? What's
Well,
good?
I like-
Tater tots!
Tater tots.
I don't know. I always go for. I like a good cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, that sounds good. A good bowling alley cheeseburger.
Years
Right.
ago, Preston Forest, when
Oh,
it was
God.
open on Preston Road and Forest Lane in Dallas and Preston Forest Shopping Center. It's now Staples and Corner
Almost a
Bakery.
Joanne's Fabric, that's gone. And
Joanne's Fabric was next to it, but they used to have the best cheeseburgers and hamburgers and tater tots.
really?
Yeah, I mean, people would come in there to get.
Well, it's like Jupiter,
Burgers and stuff.
Jupiter Lanes when they were in their prime. They had a restaurant that people came in there to eat.
Yeah, it was good.
I'd like to bring back a good chicken fried steak.
Oh God!
Oh yeah.
I've tried to talk management into getting a good chicken fried steak.
Please, make something that you can't get everywhere that is really good. That somehow come in and have dinner for them, and they may both. What a concept!
Call me crazy.
Yes.
My favorite is the nacho cheese. I don't care what you
that's,
put it on.
That's a good one.
I just want nacho cheese.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
In Lone Grove, Oklahoma, there's that bowling alley that has 12 lanes, and they got Brunswick machines A2s that are German made in Berlin.
Oh yeah.
They were known for their burgers.
And they're still open though, right?
Yeah, it's still around.
It's still there, but I think it's closed.
Really?
Glenn told me he opened it back up.
Did Glenn buy it and open it back up?
No,
I've driven
the
by
guy
it, I don't know
owns
how many
Arsenal
times now. I didn't know I was passing the old Brunswick Center.
And it's got the tangerine colored double gold crown masking
Yeah,
units
I'd
and
love to see
Astroline
that
ball
place.
returns.
Love to see that place.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was for sale, but they wanted like $300,000 for it.
Yeah, it was
Too much.
too much.
And they still ran at A2 speed too.
Hand setters are the best. You can
The
all
time that you
agree,
and I went
no
in
more
there, they were
streams.
A2
No more
You can't
streams.
talk over me. Someone made a video where they put a milk jug under the steel table and it didn't crush the jug.
Oh yeah, I know what video they're talking about.
GSNXT is made by AMF.
Huh.
Jeez.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, well, they make Brunswick's pins.
It's just all
And
blended.
our front door camera thought it saw a package being delivered.
Well, it probably was. That other audio system that I got that I was going to try out for this thing. Anybody have anything else? I guess we're done for today.
There's another tornado on the ground just south of Amarillo.
Damn. A lot of
Hit it-
tornadoes
hit it.
up in Amarillo.
Looks like it's headed towards Pampa.
Oh, man.
You still have relatives up there?
Nah.
No.
I just know Tony up at Eastridge Lanes up in Amarillo.
I texted him.
Huh?
Are we done?
Yeah, I guess we're done. All right. Oh, you did too? All right. Thanks for watching. We'll do it again soon. Appreciate it.